Hello and welcome to this video course on how to generate micro-targeted leads with a survey funnel. This is video number 1, which is the introduction and getting started. Now, first things first, before we get started, I want to make sure that you are in the right mindset. The goal here is to get leads, obviously, but before you can do any of that, I really want you to pause for just a minute and put your own thoughts aside. Now, what do I mean by that? Instead, I want you to put yourself in your prospect's shoes. They all have very different reasons from buying from you. So your goal at the end of the day is to try to understand what they are. Can you do that? So go ahead and pause right now and get into that mindset. Now what I want to do is give you a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is the introduction, obviously. Video number 2 is listening versus speaking. So in this video, we're going to talk about a specific sales strategy that you're going to be using in this survey funnel and how it's going to be impactful in helping you get the right data so that you can convert more sales. Video number 3, we're going to talk about your end goal. Video number 4, we're going to talk about your product and service. Video number 5, we're going to talk about the buyer that fits, or in other words, trying to figure out the buyer that will fit your end goal, that will want your product and service. Video number 6, we'll talk about the typical day of a buyer. Now, the reason why we need to understand this is to get in a better frame of mind of what your buyer is thinking. The more you can do with that, the more that you'll be able to convert them. And of course, video number 7, we're going to talk about the survey form, and we're going to map it all out in video number 8. And of course, there is a video number 9, and we'll basically take everything that you've learned, everything we mapped out in the mind map in video number 8, and we'll begin to implement what we discuss so that you can begin to segment your buyers so that you will ultimately speak to them based upon their own needs. Now, in terms of getting started, you don't really need a whole lot. You just need to have your product and service. You need to have a basic understanding of your customers. If you don't really understand them to the T and all the way to down to the detail, we're going to get at that in this course. You're going to need to have access to a form builder, and we will suggest 2 form builders that we have found very useful. And of course, you'll need an email autoresponder system. And last but not least, you will need a mind map flowchart system or a piece of paper. We recommend lucidchart.com. You can use a piece of paper, but you'll see why in just a minute that using a piece of paper is not the most ideal situation, especially when you begin to map things out and you need to move things around. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2.